Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 18th episode of Healthcare Insights, powered by RedMed, LBN Tech Solutions, and All Ladies League Digital Transformation Chapter. Welcome, all of you. Music is the divine way to tell beautiful, poetic things to the heart. Today, we have a very accomplished speaker who is going to talk about the deep connection between music and health. I am honored to welcome Kalaimamani S Lakshmi to Healthcare Insights. Welcome, dear speaker. A little bit about her before I hand over the stage to her. Lakshmi is an Indian music therapist with over 20 years of experience working with individuals with autism. Throughout her career, Lakshmi has brought out numerous albums and written books to raise awareness about autism and the benefits of music therapy. She has brought out 5 albums specifically for individuals with autism, which have been found to have therapeutic effects, particularly for sleeping. Lakshmi is also a writer and has written many short stories and serials in leading Tamil magazines, as well as published about 35 books, including medical books, short story collections, books on music therapy, and novels based on autism. Lakshmi has also co-authored 11 books in Tamil on various neurological conditions, including autism, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, epilepsy, migraine, stroke, and head injury, with Dr. A.V. Srinivasan, who is a leading neurologist. She has also written a curriculum book in Tamil for diploma students on mental health for Banyan, an NGO working for mentally ill individuals. Lakshmi has been recognized for her contributions to the field of music therapy and autism awareness, and among other several awards, in 2018, she has been conferred the Kalaimamani Award. She facilitated a workshop on music therapy for students of psychology and music departments of Martin Luther King Christian University in March 2022, and has participated in continuing rehab educational programs. In collaboration with Dr. A.V. Srinivasan, Lakshmi has designed a curriculum for a music therapist training program, which she currently teaches at her own academy. So welcome, dear speaker, Kalaimamani S Lakshmi, to Healthcare Insights. We are deeply honored to have you in our midst, and we are waiting for the wonderful informational session on music and health. Over to you, Lakshmi. The stage is all yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Magdalene, for the beautiful and short introduction about my work. Yes. Today, I have prepared and come with you an interesting PPT. More of into 2 parts. First part with PPT and second part with interactive session with all of you. So let us go through the PPT slowly. We can absorb the things. It may give you an insight to ask more questions. I'm expecting more questions from you, more than that PPT. Yeah. Let us go. I'm sharing my screen. You can follow me in the PPT, PowerPoint presentation. Music and health. I'm going to split the title into 2 parts. One is music, another is health. Let us see initially a little about music. Music and rhythm. What is music? Music is a pleasant sound with rhythm and melody. What is rhythm? Rhythm is a process of brain where sound is separate by time. We know. Just I want to start the session with a simple bhajan. Sri Gananada Sivuni Kumara Charanam Charanam Prabhu Prabhu Charanam Charanam Prabhu Sri Gananada Sivuni Kumara Charanam Charanam Prabhu Prabhu, Charanam, Charanam, Prabhu. Chankataharana, Pankaj Charana, Charanam, Charanam, Prabhu. Prabhu, Charanam, Charanam, Prabhu. Chankataharana, Pankaj Charana, Charanam, Charanam, Prabhu. Prabhu, Charanam, Charanam, Prabhu. Rajavadana hai Gauri Danaya, Charanam, Charanam, Prabhu. Prabhu, Charanam, Charanam, Prabhu. Jai Gananatha, 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 Jai Gananatha. Unanimously, we all love music, right? The music may vary. One may like classical, one may enjoy Hindustani, one may enjoy country song, one may enjoy cine song. When you listen or sing a bit of music, you start nod your head, tap your feet. Why? Let us see. The universe is full of sound waves. Nothing but sound waves. There is a strong connection between music and neuroscience. Why do we like music? Have you think about this? Because music has been an integral part of human being. Music and word. Music is not apart from us. It's within us. We all have tune in the form of breathing and rhythm in the form of heartbeat and palpitation. In fact, a fetus can listen and enjoy the sound and music before it born. We may know. We are connecting up the frequencies around us and absorbing into us knowingly or unknowingly. Newborn baby can differentiate word and music. So what it shows? Our brain's innate nature is appreciating music. Neuroplasticity. What is neuroplasticity? Music not only causes the brain to activate in a certain pattern, it ultimately changes the physical structure and functional activity of certain cortical areas of the brain. When we are, see for example, when we are held up in a heavy traffic jam, we tend to search an alternative route naturally, right? Exactly, this is what happening here in our brain. This is called neuroplasticity. Music interventions strongly improve the neuroplasticity in our brain. So it not only that, it strengthens the connections between auditory and motor regions. Day-to-day issues. See, what are all the main day-to-day issues of stress, anxiety, depression, trauma, everything? How music helps in these issues? Let us see. Before that, let us see what is brain frequency. When you listen a peppy song, you start dancing, right? When you listen a patter song, you may regulate your beat. What it shows? we are under our brain control. Our brain gets registered the frequency with the environment and acts accordingly. That's why we had nod our head and tap our feet when we listen music, even unattentive. See, even if you can nod your head or tap your feet, even when you are reading a book for the bit of music coming all along the way. So, music absorbing you. You are not going towards music. Music pulls you towards music, towards it. So, how is it happening? When it starts happening? Before that, let us see the stages of our brain waves. Our brain waves, as a rule, vibrate at different frequencies depending on the activities which we are engaged. While enjoying a peaceful sleep or facing a ferocious predator, the slower the brain waves, the more we relaxed and more peaceful we become. Neurologists categorize the types of brain waves like this: delta, below 4 Hz, theta, 4 to 8 Hz, alpha, 8 to 13 Hz, beta, 13 to 32 Hz, gamma, above 32. Usually, delta is in the level state would be in the form of deep sleep state. Theta is also in the sleep state. Alpha is the important stage, like in between sleep and waking state. So this is called even meditative state, we can say. When the beta level brainwaves should be coming when we are doing simple, moderate activities like talking, writing, speaking, and moving, slow movement activities. And gamma, when we do exercises, fast moving, gamma waves emitting from our brain. Abnormal rhythm pattern. For example, if the books are not in an order in the room or in the shelf, it won't be good to see. Not only that, it is difficult to find out a particular one, isn't it? The same case, if the brain waves are scattered or not in order, it shows in our behavior. How? If they are not in a proper pattern, we may have stress, restlessness, anxiety, and tension. Not only that, this is a chain reaction, I say. So, due to this chain reaction, our ordinary task would be spoiled. Effect of alpha rhythm. At this situation, by converting the brainwaves pattern with predominant mix of alpha and theta levels, whose frequencies are slower than the other, stress can be relieved. At this time, the neurotransmitter cortisol, which is responsible for stress, is reduced. It has been scientifically acknowledged now that slow-paced, resonant music full of harmonics transform our brainwaves into lower frequencies. Example, Gregorian chants and bhajans, etc. Here, I want to sing and introduce a small bhajan which induce alpha rhythm. Bhaga Shiva Balam Bhallilolam Mandendam Hari Hara Modam Amsanandam Hasasamukam Vara Shiva Balam Bhallilolam Mandendam Hari Hara Modam Hamsanandam hasasamukam. Guru Guharupam Guptakaram Gorakshandam Surapati Senam Shubhramanya Suravinutam Vara Shiva Balam Lilolam Vandenandam Harihara Bodam Hamsanandam Hasasamukam Hamsanandam Hasasamukam Hamsanandam Hasasamukam. Music and emotion. How does music affect our emotions? Research indicates that music stimulates emotions through specific brain circuits. We may notice a crying child immediately start dancing to a rhythm or clapping or rocking for a bit of music. Let us go to an audio. Let us go to a video clipping and then come back.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
So this is the effect of music or chanting and emotion. Now we are going to see music and neurotransmitter. There are various types of neurotransmitters in our brain. But some of the major neurotransmitters plays a crucial role in mental well-being and also for leading normal life. They are cortisol, serotonin, dopamine, endorphin, norepinephrine, oxytocin, and melatonin. Let us see one by one. Dopamine. This is a very crucial neurotransmitter, especially for the children. Why? We can ask the child that if you do this task, I will give you chocolate. If you do this task, I will give you ice cream, and motivate the child in learning. If this habit develops, it shows he or she may have abundant dopamine in their brain. This neurotransmitter, which stimulates the reward center of our brain, and it makes one feel happy. If an activity it should be a pleasurable one, the dopamine secretion should be enough in that brain. So music induces the reward center, and it induces the dopamine very well. The research shows that music does not affect the way you feel, but does create certain movement in the brain that in turn induce some emotions. When you listen to slow music, it it impacts in thalamus and reacts and induces emotions such as sleep and slow-paced movement. Cortisol is a stress hormone. It has to be balanced. When cortisol increasing in our brain, stress occurs. So then no time frame. When it reduces in brain, anxiety and depression may noticed. Serotonin. It is an important neurotransmitter for maintaining our mental well-being. It reduces anxiety, depression, and in fact, even mood problems. Oxytocin. When friends, especially female, hug each other, oxytocin increases. It gives a sense of well-being, trust, love, empathy, and relationship building activity. Endorphin. In fact, this is also a feel-good hormone which increases when you are doing vigorous exercises. It gives you positive thoughts, improves your self-esteem and relieves stress. It increases especially in group singing. Melatonin. It's a natural hormone that plays a major role in our sleep-wake cycle. If it is not balanced, we may get trouble sleep. Slow-paced music gives fatigue to the thalamus and makes us sleep. What it shows: to lead a stress-free life, to be happy, to make friends, to sleep well, we need all the above neurotransmitters in our brain and they should be balanced also. Music and alter rhythm. Music encourages socialization, self-expression, communication, and motor development. Because the brain processes music in both the left and right hemisphere, music stimulates cognitive functioning and helpful in speech and language skills. Neurologists have now confirmed beyond a doubt that music can easily alter the rhythm of our brain waves. Rhythm. Studies have shown that vibrations from rhythmic sounds produce profound positive changes on our brain. Brain processes the music in both the hemisphere. What is hemisphere? How it is functioning? Is the function same in you and me? Let us see. Right and left hemispheres. The right and left hemispheres looks like the broken coconut shells in our brain. The right hemisphere governs the left side of the body and the left hemisphere governs the right side of the body. So, if I want to lift up my right hand, my left hemisphere should pass on the signal to the right side of the body to act and vice versa. So, if I need to clap my hand, both my hemispheres should be activated. Duties of right hemisphere: touch, sign language, communication, understanding too many commands like wash my hands, close the tap, and close the door. Imagination, creativity, music, and 3D. Left hemisphere. Duties of left hemisphere: names, words, views, making the news in order, thinking ability, science, mathematics, rhythm. If I have names and words, is it not enough for me to expose it? I have to communicate it. See, the room for the name in the right hemisphere, the communication should be taking place from the then a room for the names would be in the left hemisphere. Communication should be taking up from right hemisphere. So the two hemispheres should be interconnected with each other for communication. Who will be the bridge to connect up? The bridge is called corpus callosum. It's a bundle of nerve fibers. The music is in the right hemisphere. The room for the rhythm is in our left hemisphere. So, when you sing or listening to the music, both the hemispheres get activated. So, the corpus callosum becomes the bridge who connects both the hemispheres becomes thick and healthy. Heavyweight musicians. Is it true? What is that? Yes, all the musicians have head weight. Why? Let me explain. Many researchers revealed that the width of the brain of the musician is heavy and strong become over the period of time, period of musical practices. So, what's the research revealing on musical neurotransmitters? Serotonin increases and gives the feel of fulfillment and contentment after musical interventions. Dopamine increases and gives emotions like reward and pleasure. Cortisol reduced during and after music intervention and so stress relief. Endorphin increased too. So, feel good factor, we can feel. See, as we saw about the depressed person through musical interventions gets all the neurotransmitters neutralized and activated becomes a feel-good person. Now, we are going to see vagus nerve. What is vagus nerve? The vagus nerve is in close proximity to the ear, through which we hear sound and music. When we listen to music, the vibrations are in the eardrums before traveling through the vagus nerve. Since the vagus nerve associates with important physical functions like heart rate, taste, swallowing, and digestion, it's closely related to the rest and digest peripheral nervous system. When the vagus nerve is activated, it stimulates the PNS and sends the commands like calm and rest. Stimulation of the vagus nerve has been shown to reduce inflammation and stress. Some researchers are even suggesting that vagus stimulation could be a new drug-free antidepressant. Listening to soothing music activates vagus nerve, which in turn heals digestive tract, heart, and lungs. Even if you are a bathroom singer, try to sing as much as possible. Singing activates the vagus nerve and acts as an antidepressant too. Second brain. Is there two brains in our body? You may ask. Comprised of 100 million neurons, the network of nerve cells lining the digestive tract is so extensive that it has earned the nickname second brain, technically known as the enteric nervous system. Connection of gut and brain. Our guts are home to trillions of bacteria and microbes that inhabit the intestines and form the gut microbiota, which are the major information gathering systems of our bodies. They listen to the brain signals, stress, anxiety, or even happiness, along with the vagus nerve. Altered gut issues. Many neurological conditions such as Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, schizophrenia, autism spectrum disorder, depression, anxiety, and mood disorders are correlated with gastrointestinal issues or altered gut issues, research says. For all the above issues, music is the cheapest and the only medicine without side effect. Let us see one by one. Parkinson's disease, a disorder of the central nervous system that affects movement, often including tremors. Nerve cell damage in the brain causes dopamine levels to drop, leading to the symptom of Parkinson's. Already we saw the connection between dopamine and music. Parkinson's and music. The benefits of music therapy for Parkinson's disease have been well established over the years. Rhythm and rhythmic cueing can help with initiation, coordination, and maintenance of movement. Benefits can extend to cognitive functions, communication abilities, and mood. Alzheimer's disease. What is Alzheimer's disease? A progressive disease that destroys memory and other important mental functions. Alzheimer's and music. Music evokes emotions and memories, which is why musical intervention has therapeutic benefits for people with dementia or Alzheimer's disease. Musical interventions have been shown to decrease a patient's agitation and improve communication and caregiver relationships. Here, I want to show you a video of musical intervention with an Alzheimer patient.
Mummy was a very smiley, happy person. She had it hard. I mean, she had a hard life. She had 6 children. Mummy was a very strong lady. Up until she was 86, she was going out dancing every week.
When we started noticing that she might have dementia, I was scared to show her pictures of her family. I took her doctors and they gave her the test, and yeah, she had dementia.
As she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying bubbles and muscles, alive, alive, oh.
We see a lot of people like Betty who are non-verbal, or sometimes, quite often there are no words, but when they hear a particular song or a melody, it brings out that beautiful communication through music.
Bubbles and muscles, alive, alive, oh.
That was good, wasn't it?
She sometimes can be really playful, whether it's with a tambourine or a music sheet. There is that connection with music with her. Sometimes Betty gets up and dances when she hears a tune, and sometimes it's with a staff member, sometimes on her own, which is lovely to see.
Yes, there are. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
You want your mum sometimes, and she's there, but she's not. And I look into her eyes, and there's this lovely warmth, love, and I see, but I also see lots of fear.
Should I try?
After the music, she looks light, and she's got a twinkle in her eye.
Here's Muslim's wise reply.
I mean, because of the nature of the illness, you need to pick up and you need to treasure every single musical bit. Somebody decides to stand up and suddenly dance, you weave it into your musical kind of interaction with them, and everybody in the group joins in.
What will be, will be.
Well, when she got dementia, she kind of started getting further and further away from us. We'd always get advice from her, but it was gone, and the music's been very important to Mum, because I just think it brings her back into our world a little bit.
Sarah, Sarah, what will be, will be.
Yes, now we are going to see autistic spectrum disorder, which is my area. Autism spectrum disorder is the Autism spectrum disorder is a developmental disability caused by differences in the brain. People with ASD often have problems with social communication, interaction, and restricted behaviors or interests. People have different ways of learning and paying attention. When we talk about music and ASD, music is their whole strength, I can say. Whether they are verbal or non-verbal, even the literally new child can sing a bit of music beautifully. Now, I'm going to give you an audio of a small bhajan sung by one of my students, Mukund. He was 12 years old at that time when we released this album. Just listen. When we talk about effect of music therapy on ASD, speech improves. I have seen lots of non-verbal children who enroll before the age of 5 have started speaking, at least for their needs. Socialization definitely improves. Stress reduces. Self-esteem improves. Self-expression, which is one of the main lacking ASD, improves. Tolerance, sitting and waiting tolerance improves. Sensory issues reduces. Here, I want to show you a video of one of my therapy session. I'm going to share you another video there have been, we can see lots of children who are non-verbal. We are at the end of the session, end of a PPT, not session. In a poetic way, we can say, man makes the music, and in turn, music may play a role in making the mind of man. My PPT session is over. I'm expecting more questions from the audience.
Yes. Thank you, Lakshmi. I think we can throw the session open for questions now. There are a lot of questions in the chat box as well.
Oh,
I
really?
think I think some have already been answered. Right? Anybody wants to ask any question? You can unmute and ask. Yes.
Those who had charted, they can come directly. In the sense, they can ask the questions.
Yeah,
Anybody
Sandhya.
want to read the questions in the chat box? There are a couple that you can ask.
Yes, I'll do that.
And do you want to stop sharing the PPT?
Yeah, I think Lakshmi, you can stop sharing.
Yeah, fine.
Sandhya, there is one question which you asked, right?
Actually,
you want to ask that?
Jay has asked one.
Yeah.
We saw that kid responding to the chant of Hare Krishna, right?
Yeah, the child who was crying. I mean, when the chant stopped, the child cried, right? It was related to that, the question. So I think Jay wanted to know if the rhythm changes or if it is faster or slower. Will the reaction be different? Right, Jay? I mean, is that what Jay wanted to ask?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The chant makes the child forms. It needs more of into the chant, that frequency, we may say. See, music is nothing but frequency on the whole.
Yeah.
So that's what we can say easily through the brain of ASD children. Even a Tamil child can easily pick up and sing the Spanish song as such, because See, we are brainy. Our brain is in such a way that to separate the language, to separate the meaning like thing. But their brain is taking as such exactly what they listen. So what the frequency they are listening, it captures as such like a photograph. So it shows. So we are able to locate through their brain that music is nothing but frequency.
So does the duration matter? Like if it is for some condition, you showed us a person with dementia.
Yeah.
So is there any particular number of hours or number of minutes a person has to be exposed to music for healing to actually take place?
Yeah, definitely. It depends the intensity of the condition. Everything counts, and it depends the state of mind of the patient. See, they have more agitation. We need to give more interventions, musical interventions, like that. And especially when we talk about dementia and all, their young the music they listen and enjoyed in their young age, and especially at the child stage, is most important, because they lost their memory, they cut off their memory from the adolescent. It depends. The stage may vary to the patient, and especially they may have good memory on their young age, young age situations, young age songs, what they listen and grow everything. So that songs definitely would make a difference on them.
Okay, the recall. So the old songs probably makes them
Sure.
especially
Sure.
for dementia patients.
Your voice is very low and it's not much audible.
Can you hear?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Any other questions? Anybody? You can unmute and ask your questions. Yes. No.
I just wanted to think to Lakshmi. Hello.
Yeah.
I think I congratulate Megu for bringing such a good music exponent, Vijay Lakshmi, to our program. And
Yeah.
I am the pathologist, Dr. AVS wife, and myself are colleagues.
Oh,
Lakshmi.
great.
This is
And,
Dr. Eril. This is Dr. Eril. Dr.
And
Eril.
she was describing the neuroanatomy. I just went into my anatomy days, and now also the pathology also we do listen and professionally. You have explained everything very well, and I really acknowledge and applaud it. Very useful
Thank you so much, madam.
For
Thank you so much.
patients like ESD also. I think we must encourage more of common people also who are not exposed to this kind of utility of this music.
Sure.
Yesterday, as Megu said, I was just collecting the song Idaya Vanil Udaya Nilave. This song when
beautiful.
My husband used to be away from the ship.
One of my favorite, madam.
My husband used to be away from the ship. I used to sing the song. Yesterday night, especially,
Context wise.
I was not getting asleep.
Active
I was
context.
just.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dr.
Thank you.
Edil, for that feedback and for the comments also. In fact, before the
Thank
session started, while people were joining, we had played Raja Sir's music, Ilaiyaraja's music, Maestro's music. So that we can set the tone for this power of music, this amazing power which we just saw. So, Pati, you have raised your hand, so please go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, it's very mesmerizing, I can say, that the way you were taking up with the, I think, special children, how you were handling and all, no, it's really very impressive. And to some point of it, some of the jargons what has been used, which is very new to us. And if you can say one by one how it is connected, it will be very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm Sudha Narasimhachar. I'm really enjoying your session, ma'am. It's a very good presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, I too feel music has that, I mean, as you said, even when we are not consciously listening to music and we do something else and we hear something else somewhere, some music, we start tapping or, you know, dancing for the tune.
Sure.
So I just wanted to ask you whether it is proved that very jarring, loud music, we have some rock music or some very violent kind of music. Does it have negative effects on the brain of?
Definitely, no doubt about it. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
So it
has its negative impact. Not in the immediately we can't say, but over the period of time, definitely it makes.
So it is not advisable to listen to such kind of music for long periods of time.
Sure,
right?
sure, absolutely.
Probably even pregnant women, because they say the fetus also can hear, right?
Not only for the pregnant, for all the people, the fast beat and jumping music is it's not good. It's not fair for our brain, no doubt.
Meghu, I have received a question on PM.
Yeah.
Couple questions.
Go ahead, Sandhya.
So, the first one is related to the Carnatic music ragas or even Indian music ragas.
Yeah.
The question is about, is there any research, is there any study that has proved that ragas have cured certain conditions or diseases like maybe BP or skin allergies, any of those? And if so, can you give us any references that we can look at? And that tells us how this should be followed, when it should be sung, for how long should we listen to this, or any of that research.
Yeah, actually, I heard about Sandhya. I heard about some Kunukudi School of Music from that place. They have researched a particular, say for example, the raga Ananda Bhairavi. It helps in lowering the BP of a patient. They have reported. But see, when we see in the scientific way, see West UK and US, we are not much into it, right? Definitely, we have potential of music therapy. See what our ancestors from the Vedic era, they have been doing as a Nada Yoga. We are doing as music therapy, is which itself is a 0.1% of it only, right? But there is no scientific. That need not to show any scientific evidence before, because it's impractical always.
Right.
So we are not into it. We are not now after say for example after the Second World War or after 18th, 17th century only, this much science has evolved, right? So I'm not sure that they have scientifically proved and presented the paper like that. But I heard about that. Ananda Bhairavi, the Raga Ananda Bhairavi helps in reducing the BP. But of course, even I can say our Shampurna Ragas like Shankarabharana, Kalyani are also the same. Gives the same effect.
Thank you. So the follow-on question to that was also, is there any website or link that you can share where it lists which raga is good for which condition and which is reliable website?
Sorry, I don't know. That's what. See, we are into research, but we don't have much evidence to prove or presented scientifically and through the journals, to the neuroscience journals or some papers. They no, 100%. I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
but it's very interesting the point that you brought about. That we did not feel the need to have this evidence and proof and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Because though the Nanda Yoga was the integral part of each and every human being, every lifestyle, each and see, for example, in farming, in farming, they may sing the Natapura Padaya country song like that, farming song like that. See, our life is closely associated with music in each and every aspect of our life, even at the death. We can sing Oppari like in Tamil Nadu. I don't know in other state. Definitely there would be some title of that songs. Like a deathbed, there is a type of a set of songs. Kalatu Padal, lullaby for us make this child to sleep. For each and every activity, we have music. We are connected with music.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
What Sudha says is right. She meant loud sounds, not just rock music. Sudha Narasimhacharya said, yes, loud sounds does upset a person, and especially I think it depends upon the mood, no, Lakshmi? I mean, suppose you are in a very happy mood, you want to listen to rock music or Western class.
Of course.
And it really depends upon the mood. And if you're sleepy, you want to listen to Neelambari and the soft kinds of ragas. So probably it's all mood dependent and what you want to listen.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And there is a culture where music is there even for funerals. There is a culture where even the grief is.
That's what I told. It's Oppari.
Oppari, yes. Yeah, the words used in Oppari, it is actually.
Definitely, there is the same set of. In fact, I had gone to, of course, you mentioned I have gone to Shillong and did a workshop. In that area also, they have a set of songs like Oppari at the deathbed. So each and every region in India, they have a set of, the name may vary. That's it.
Ma'am, if I'm allowed, can I answer this question which Sudha Narasimhacharya asked about the loud sounds? Can I
turn on your video also so that we can add you to the spot?
Its voice is very feeble, madam. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for the question she has asked about the rock music or the loud sounds, I feel when there is a loud sound, the sound is directly, it surpasses the brain and it goes to the amygdala. That's the emotional part of the brain. As we all know that we come from the primitives where our main instinct is the fight or the flight system. So any high notes or a high frequency sound which surpasses the brain and it targets the limbic system of the brain, once it does that, the first reaction of our brain is the flight or the fright. So what happens is the sympathetic nervous system gets activated, where the heartbeat increases, palpitation increases, and the scariness, I want to run away, and that increases the stress level of us. So the whoever was asking, what is a loud sound? I think however we are, the loud sound would automatically increase
move away from that.
Right. The flight and the fright system of our brain. Yeah. And it is not advisable.
I'm not saying totally avoid, but you should regulate loud songs. No, see, when we keep on listening only loud song, definitely it impact. See, when we are into the melody in between one or two loud song, okay, right?
just compromise.
Yes, it is definitely, ma'am. When the frequency of the sound, as you said, the brain is plastic. It immediately it knows what to take. When the frequency is the brain waves which you explained, when it is in the beta state, it affects that where the agitation is more increased. To come to that state of alphaness which you were mentioning, or the lower frequency of sound, I think the high notes will ever distort that brain frequencies.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
Thank you, Maithili. That was very good input for me. Thanks for.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
So,
one more. Just I want to add, even water flowing, that sound, what you are hearing also, they say that it's really good for health, or any input on that, please?
water flowing.
Water free, yeah, definitely. I said, because these are see, the song, whatever is the swaras are from the natural sound only, right? So natural sound definitely it heals you, no doubt.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Anything else?
There's no question, but there's a comment. It says that if a music disturbs one's mind, then we won't even listen to it. I know people who always listen to melodies but are violent in nature, and those who always listen to loud music but are calm and composed. So I think why you want to respond to that?
Voice is quite feeble, madam. No, I couldn't catch you properly.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe you want to repeat that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I know people who always listen to melodies, but they are violent in nature, and those who always listen to loud music, but they are sometimes calm and composed. So it is a paradox. So
but
how
yeah, that's what. Probably we can say that their brain is used to that type of such music, and it resonates the particular frequency. We can say like that.
Yeah.
What you are absorbing, you are giving.
He's just observing, saying that sometimes it is contradictory. If you listen to music, melodious music, it doesn't necessarily calm people. There are people who are violent also. Probably it is a exception to the rule. Every rule has exceptions, so this must be one.
Definitely. But my experience is towards a disability only. That's what I'm always talking and thinking, keeping it there in my mind and answering.
Maybe to Mr. Natarajan, it's just my thought. I'm not an expert in this field anyway.
Yeah, please tell me.
Maybe violent people tend to listen to soft music to calm their minds, which is always violent.
You see, initially, to make the violent people to listen the slow-paced music itself is a challenging one.
Yes.
They couldn't absorb the slow frequency initially, but when we try to help them to overcome it, definitely we make the difference. See, because we have seen children such as highly hyperactive and highly agitated aged children. Immediately, they will not accept the budgets. Once they settled in one day, just get into this type of music, you can see totally different person. And the urge to listen more, definitely we can make it out. Yeah. So, see, for example, literally I would say the bitter medicine is definitely children will not take it up. But the mother would forcefully feed the child with the bitter medicine. Once the medicine gets in, they would become all right. Right. The same principle would work here.
Yeah,
more and more.
I want to comment on Sandhya's latest comment regarding the sounds at public places like railway stations or bus stands. I have found myself getting confused about my focus in a station or in a rail bus stop, when I hear too many sounds around me, it disturbs my what to say,
Coordination.
Coordination.
Yeah,
At least that was my experience.
most of the people we may experience such things in life.
Though I need not listen to that, no one is forcing me to listen to that, but it really disturbs my focus. I'm not able to focus on what
It happens, madam. It happens.
Your
Any other
focus
questions?
is disturbed. No?
Yeah, the focus is disturbed more
Your
and more.
focus is disturbed. That's so.
Auditory inputs from all sides. Definitely concentration will go away. So that is why you need it.
We may into a bit of confusion.
Yeah. If there are no questions, I think Sandhya, we can close the session. I call Sandhya Rao, founder, RedMed, and Jay Srinivasan is also here. Sandhya Rao, you can go ahead and close this wonderful session and with your expert comments.
Thank you, Meghu. When I spoke with Mrs. Lakshmi and invited her to be a speaker, and we were talking about music and health, I was expecting a session which spoke about Ananda Bhairavi for BP or Hamsadvani, Sarva Rogani Harini kind of session. But her session today was very different and pleasantly very illuminating. It spoke about the theory of why music helps and how it helps, and that in itself was so revealing. Thank you so much for putting that presentation together, and interspersed with all those videos that showed us children responding to sounds, rhythms, or even enjoying the music without necessarily being able to participate verbally. I think it was a very, very good experience, a great learning experience to see the kind of work that you're doing and how it is helping so many of the current and the future generations. So thank you very much, ma'am, for accepting to be a speaker today, for your wonderful presentation. I thank Meghu and her team at LBN for always being a part of this healthcare insights, which is brought to everyone by RedMed, LBN, and All Ladies League. And of course, all the participants here today, we had such an interesting discussion too because of your active participation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandhya. Thank you, Sandhya.
Thank you so much, Sandhya. Thank you.
Thank you.
I should thank from my bottom of my heart to Sandhya and Meghalaya here for giving me the platform. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank Lalita Sridhar, who introduced Lakshmi to us. So, and she's not here because she's having a session right now.
Okay.
It was nice of her to suggest, because we were thinking about music and health, and we were looking for people when she suggested you. Thanking her, I think it was a very enlightening session. Like Sandhya said, I also thought it will be about ragas and healing, because we read a lot of articles about that, and this was very different. It was quite scientific, and it is proven also. And thank you so much, regular people who always log in for healthcare insights as well as for Ask the Expert. So nice of you to come and interact also. And please follow the social media pages so that you'll know the next sessions which are coming up. Thank you so much for being there all the time and asking your questions. I think these healthcare insights, you can spread the word. They are so informative, and Jay and Sandhya have been bringing such wonderful speakers. So please spread the word, bring in more participants. And at the end of every session, if you take back one thing which you hadn't known, I think it's a success for us. So that's the aim of these sessions, which you have been doing for several years now. Healthcare Insights was a COVID baby. Ask the Expert is another session which I conduct. That is experts from all spheres of life. So that is it started pre-COVID days. So please spread the word, and so that awareness will spread. So for me and for Sandhya and for Jay, I think success is if you take back something which you haven't known before the session, when the end of the session, something new, then means I think it's a success. So that is the aim of all these sessions. Yeah, Sandhya, go on.
I just want to add to that, it would be great if we could get.
Request, Mehu. We
Yeah.
like to have her again, once again after some time, because we
Yes.
have to spread the information to many people,
Yes.
and then it is very useful for so many
Yes,
aspects of
especially
life.
yes,
So I think
especially
we should
people
have
with
once again,
neurological disorders who are suffering
yes,
from neurological
and
disorders and
every
ASD also.
day dementias are going on
Yes,
more
yes,
and more. So I
yes,
think we have to add more people for
yes.
this first talk will be more initiative and
Definitely, Dr.
useful.
Edel. Yes, we will request
Yeah,
Dr.
I think
Ms.
the
Lakshmi.
first
Yes.
time I was just noting down all her points in PPT,
Yeah.
but I have to listen to her again, once again.
Yeah, the recording will be shared to all of you. Yes.
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Sandhya,
Bye.
I was just saying that if we could get feedback and also if we could get suggestions of who else you would like to have as speakers on our sessions, that will also be a great help to us.
Yes, please give your suggestions for the healthcare insight session as well as for Ask the Expert session. So that we can bring in unknown speakers also who are unheard, and we can bring their name out into the public. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you, for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely day, all of you. And thanks, Lakshmi. So like Dr. Edel, so we hope to have you have one more session with you.
Definitely, we'll make it.
Thank you.
Even in future, see, definitely there's a definitely there would be difference in virtual and direct sessions, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
If
Thank
possible, yeah. If possible in future, we can do it in a direct session also.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megh.
See you. Bye bye. Thank you, Sandhya. Bye bye. Bye, all of you.
Bye.